Tonight, we step into the shadows, 8 levels of fear, each one darker than the last. QA, somewhere between silence and madness, lies the story you are about to hear. If you dare to continue, remember this. Once you descend, there is no way back. The story begins now. Level 1. It was supposed to be just another quiet night. The kind of night where nothing happens. The streets outside were empty. The air was heavy, cold, and still. Not a car, not a voice, not even the bark of a stray dog. Inside, the clock ticked softly on the wall. Each second dragged longer than it should, as if the room itself was waiting for something. You try to ignore it. You try to sink into the comfort of routine, but the silence feels wrong. Too perfect. Too controlled. As though someone or something wanted it that way. Then the sound comes. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate, measured. They echo faintly in the hallway, too heavy to be the creaks of an old house, too steady to be a trick of your imagination. You freeze. Every instinct tells you not to move. The steps stop. Silence again. But this silence is different. It presses against your chest like a weight. The air feels colder. Your breath turns shallow. Your ears strain for the next sound. And then it comes. A whisper, faint, broken, just a trace of a voice. It calls your name, once, then again, not from outside the window, not from down the hall, but from inside the room. Your skin tightens. The hairs on your arms rise. You want to believe it's a trick. The wind, or the blood pounding in your ears. But deep down, you know better. The darkness shifts. You don't see it move, not exactly, but the weight of something unseen pushes against you. You swallow hard. Your throat is dry. Your body tells you to run, but your legs remain frozen in place. You realize something is here with you, watching, waiting, and the whispering doesn't stop. It grows more insistent, like a hand reaching for your mind. Level 1 has only just begun. 6. The whisper fades. But the silence does not bring relief. It lingers, heavy, like a storm waiting to break. You move to the window, hoping to find comfort in the empty street. But something is different. The world outside has shifted. The lamppost that should stand across the road is gone. The familiar houses seem farther away, stretched, twisted, as though distance itself has been rearranged. And then you see it. A figure, standing still in the shadows, not close, not far, just near enough for you to know. It is watching. Its shape is human, but wrong. Arms too long, head tilted at an impossible angle. It does not move. It does not blink. It only waits. Your hand trembles on the glass. Every instinct tells you to look away, but you can't. You are caught, locked in its silent stare, and then it shifts. Not a step, not a stride, just a flicker. And suddenly it is closer. You stumble back, heart pounding, breath caught in your throat. Another flicker, closer still. The figure inches forward without ever moving. The room feels smaller, the air heavier, and though you are alone inside, you know the boundary between here and there is breaking. A faint hum fills the silence. Low, deep, like electricity buzzing through your bones. You cover your ears, but it does nothing. The hum is not outside. It is inside you. You fall to your knees. The figure now almost at the glass, the tilt of its head sharper, the shadow of a smile stretching across its face. The hum stops. For one breath, everything is still, and then a knock, soft, gentle, right on the window beside you. Level 2 has begun. The knock fades, but the sound lingers in your mind. Your pulse hammers. Your skin is damp with cold sweat. You tell yourself not to look, not to give in, but the fear is stronger than reason. Slowly, you turn your head toward the glass. The figure is gone. Only the empty street remains. Silent. Still. Relief washes over you. But it is a lie. Because behind you, the floor creaks. Slow. Deliberate. Closer. You spin around. The room is empty. Yet the air moves, like something brushed past your shoulder. Your breath clouds before you. The room has grown colder still. And then the lights go out. Darkness swallows everything. You can't see the walls. You can't see your hands. You can only hear it. Breathing. Low. Uneven. Inside the same room. You stumble backward. Your heel catches on the rug. You fall hard, the air torn from your chest. In the blackness, a face appears. Not in front of you, not far away, but inches from your own. Its eyes shine faintly, wide, empty, hungry. A whisper curls from its lips, not words, not language, just sound. The sound of something that does not belong to this world. Level 3 is here. The whisper stops, and suddenly, the lights flicker back on. The room looks the same. The window, the clock, the walls, but it is not the same. Shadows are wrong. They stretch too far. They bend the wrong way. The clock ticks backward. Your reflection in the glass does not move with you. It blinks. It smiles. It leans forward against the glass, even as you stand perfectly still. You stumble back, but the reflection doesn't follow. It stays there, pressing against the glass, hands flat, mouth open. A scream forms silently in its throat, and then the sound bursts free. A shriek so sharp, it splits the silence like glass breaking. You fall to your knees, clutching your ears, but the scream doesn't stop. It fills every corner. It vibrates inside your bones. Your vision blurs. Your chest tightens. And when the scream finally ends, the reflection is gone. But something else has taken its place. A door. Not part of your house. Not part of this world. It waits in the glass, half open, darkness spilling through the gap. Level 4 has opened. The door pulls you forward. You don't want to move, but your feet betray you. 1 step, 2 steps, until your hand rests on the glass. It no longer feels solid. It ripples beneath your touch. Like water, your reflection returns, but it is not you. Its skin is pale. Its eyes are black. Its grin stretches too wide. And then it reaches through the glass, fingers cold as ice, clutching your wrist. You scream. You pull back, but the grip is unbreakable. With a single violent tug, you are dragged through. The room disappears. The street vanishes. You fall into endless dark. When you hit the ground, it is not ground at all. It is water, shallow, still, street. The reflections shift. They no longer move like you. They move on their own. One tilts its head, another smiles. A third presses both hands against the glassy surface, pushing, straining to break through. The water around your ankles grows colder, thicker, like it is turning to ice. You try to run, but every step sinks deeper. The voices grow louder, no longer whispers, now screams. Faces push up from beneath the water, mouths open, eyes wide. They do not breathe. They do not blink. They only stare. Your body is dragged lower. The water rises to your chest, your throat. You gasp for air, and then everything stops. The water vanishes. The faces disappear. You are standing in a hallway, long, endless, lined with doors. Every door is closed. Every door whispers. Different voices. Different horrors. One door creaks open. Just a crack. Darkness seeps out. Thick. Heavy. A hand curls around the edge of the door, pulling it wider. Something waits inside. Level 6 welcomes you. The hallway breathes. The air itself expands and contracts. Each door rattles, knobs turn, fists pound from the other side, but it is the open door that draws you in. You step closer. The darkness inside shifts. You smell rot. You hear chains dragging across the floor. And then a shape crawls out, not walking, not standing, crawling. Its body is bent wrong, arms and legs folding backward, its head dragging against the ground. It moves toward you, fast, unnatural. You stumble back. Your foot hits another door. It bursts open. Hands claw out, grabbing, pulling at your clothes, your skin. You scream. You fight. But the crawling shape is closer now. Its mouth opens wide. Wider than humanly possible. A howl escapes. So loud the hallway shakes. The other doors fly open. Dozens of figures rush out. Twisted, broken, hungry. They close in. Every direction. No escape. Level 7 consumes you. Darkness swallows everything. The hallway, the figures, the doors. Gone. You wake in your room. Back where it all began. The clock ticks softly on the wall. The streets outside are silent. It feels normal, safe, like it was only a dream. But then you see it, your reflection, standing in the glass, smiling. It does not move when you do. It does not blink when you blink. Slowly, it raises one hand, and with its finger, it points directly at you. Your breath stops. Your chest tightens. And then the reflection speaks. With your voice, it whispers, "You never escaped. You never left. You're still here. And you always will be." The glass shatters. Darkness pours through. And you fall once more, endless, forever. Level 8 is the last you'll ever know. Outro. And so, the descent ends here. 8 levels, 8 steps deeper into the shadows. You thought it was just a story, a voice in the dark, words on a screen. But now, you feel it, don't you? The silence around you is heavier. The corners of the room seem darker, and every sound feels closer than it should. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe the fear will fade when the voice goes quiet. Or maybe something followed you. Something that listened just as you did. Something that now knows your name. When you turn off the light tonight, remember the whispers. Remember the footsteps. Remember the places where silence should have been safe, but wasn't. Because once you open the door to fear, it never fully closes again. This was your descent. But the real nightmare begins after the story ends.